Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Joey from the Wildwood Video Archive, and currently I'm at Oak and the Boardwalk because the Wildwood Boardwalk restoration project is underway, and as you can see behind me, it looks really strange. Now, I put an article online not too long ago, and you guys had so many questions. Some people didn't even know what was going on. And so I figured, why don't I go ahead and give you guys a little tour of the project and explain to you what is going on. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. And just a heads up, we have our Christmas sale going on right now where we're selling ornaments. We have a ton of different pins from Cape May to Wildwood to Garden State Parkway signs. This is our new ornament for this year. And we have a coloring book, which I absolutely love. It's perfect for adults and children. And we have, of course, the ugly Wildwood sweater. If you want to purchase anything, click the links in the description below. Now, in order to understand why this project is taking place, let's go all the way back to the beginning of the pandemic. You see, they were already fixing the boardwalk from the convention center all the way to the Wildwood sign because the concrete work was starting to not be able to handle the load. And so, while they were working on it, a massive storm came through and ripped up the sides of the boardwalk. Well, that news got national attention. And, well, Phil Murphy himself came down to meet with Pete Byron, the mayor of Wildwood, to figure out a solution for the Wildwood Boardwalk. You see, several years ago, they put together a commission that said we needed about $40 million to replace the entire Wildwood Boardwalk. And the state pretty much said, we can't really do that. Well, Pete Byron went ahead and got a team of engineers together and figured out a way to go ahead and rehab the boardwalk to where it's going to be in like new condition. And after many meetings with Governor Murphy and Mayor Byron, they came up with a plan. This 5-year plan would see about $4 million per year sent to the Wildwood Boardwalk so that X amount of streets can be ripped up, as you can see like what's behind us. They can go ahead, fix the concrete work, and then put the boards back on top. Phase 1 of the project, which is this phase, sees reconstruction from Oak Avenue all the way down to Maple. And as you can tell, work has been underway for about a week and a half now. And what's really cool on how they're actually taking everything off the boardwalk, what they're doing is this. I'm going to share this stuff with you when we do our tour. They first have these supports they put underneath where the tram car actually goes. Once they jack that up, they start cutting the concrete at the corners. Then they have a crane on the other side of the beach lift up the concrete and then move it onto the beach. Now, I don't know if they're reusing those pieces, maybe refurbishing them and then putting them back on, or if we're getting a brand new drive. Now, I know you guys have a lot of questions, so let me answer some of them real quick. Will this be ready by Memorial Day weekend? According to the schedule, it looks like it will be. The way that the paperwork states they're going to do it is they're actually going to go ahead and finish that side of the boardwalk first. So hopefully by Easter, a lot of that will be done. The reason for that, this way these shops can open up. Because most importantly, we need to get them open. Now this side will be finished later on. Next is, are they going to be running new wires and things? Supposedly they're going to be running new wires under here because some of this stuff is very, very old. Other questions you guys may have is, what's happening to the other wood that was on the boardwalk originally? It looks like they're just ripping it up and throwing it away. There's a couple dumpsters on the beach, and it looks like they're just going to take that stuff away. You'll see that when we do the tour later on. And if you guys have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section. Right now, let me go ahead and give you guys a tour of the entire operation. And I do have the drone with me, so I'll put it in the sky, and it looks really strange from that high up. So we're going to start here at Oak Avenue and make our way onto the beach. You'll see that they've gone ahead and cut out all the pieces, and they started moving it all on the beach. You can see here, these pieces, those are the supports they put underneath the concrete slabs as they lift them up. And you'll see some concrete slabs here and on the side. For those asking, where did all of the waiting areas go to? Well, they're over here on the right-hand side, just sitting here until the project's done, and then they'll go right back up. Now, the entire area is fenced off, so you can't go inside and check it out. But don't worry, I have the drone, and we'll fly the drone underneath. But now we're walking onto the beach. And right here, you can see where the tram car used to drive on. Is this not the strangest thing ever? Because if you're actually looking at it, you're like, wait a minute, this does not look like the actual pavement, but it is. It actually is, and you can see where the metal used to come in through, and it's really solid. I mean, this stuff is not going anywhere. I would not be surprised if they reuse these. But then again, I don't know. I don't know anything about concrete work or this operation of how to put these back together. But you can see the top layer was concrete that was ripped up. And then from there, it was brought down here. You can actually see some of the original painting. You see the lines? That's what it looks like from the side. Oh, here's the taxi stand, everyone. And continue down. You can see over here, original paint. And it looks like they slide right out. There's more slabs over here. It looks real. Look at this. Look at the pavilion just hanging out. They didn't even move the chairs on top. Here's some of the boards. You can see where they cut it off at the edges, and they lift these right up. You can clearly see that they cut them in half. All this is like new wood on the sides. Well, it looks new because it was cut. But this is looking at Wildwood Avenue. And remember how I mentioned they put the supports underneath before they cut it? There's a great example for you guys. Look, you can see they build up supports that's going to hold up that concrete. That way when they start cutting it, it's not going to fall on them. And here is the crane that they're using to lift up those pieces. And now we're at Maple to give you guys a view underneath. They haven't gotten this far, but it's a good example of what those big concrete slabs look like when they're actually underneath the boardwalk. You can also see where they actually started fixing them up. I think this was like in the 90s, where there's cracks and they drilled into them and they cemented them again. And here you can see why they have to do projects like this. Parts of the concrete are just completely gone. You can also see the rebar is now exposed, which causes it to rust and then weaken. So projects like this are extremely needed. And keep in mind that the Wildwoods, I mean, we generate a lot of money for the state of New Jersey. So for the state to give us money, it's important. I mean, it's definitely worth it. And on top of that, we give you guys a lot of money over here. Now let's go up on the boardwalk to show you a view looking south. You can see they haven't really started over here yet because there's no supports underneath. And it looks like they might be ending the project right there. It's the last time you see a line out. Now, if you look down the boardwalk, you can see pieces of wood cut out. What they'll do is they'll cut it off and then leave pieces out like right here. That way the crane can grab it and lift it up. So now that I gave you guys a tour at ground level, let's get the drone into the sky. Now, how cool is that? I mean, looking at the boardwalk from 400 feet up, down, and seeing nothing there is so strange. And thank God with technology, being able to fly the drone underneath that shot, I think looks really cool going from above to underneath. Anyway, that is the $4 million Phase 1 reconstruction project taking place here in the Wildwoods. And don't worry, I'll be updating you guys every 4 to 6 weeks with the construction update videos that I do on this channel. But I want to know, what do you guys think? Are you excited? Please let me know in the comment section. And I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And a special thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com. It's because of you guys I get to do fun videos like this. If you too want to support this channel, all you have to do is click the link in the description below. Anyway, I'm Joey, and as always, I'll see you on the beach. And today's actually not that cold. Should I go for a swim? Nah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.